What happens to Ron DeSantis? He was looking at Iowa. He might finish with 5–10% there. He might finish in third place. He was down polling behind Christie in New Hampshire. And so what's the argument for Ron DeSantis staying in? So I could see Nikki Haley finishing a very close second, declaring herself the only challenger to Trump, and then she and DeSantis keep duking it out.
Welcome to The Debrief, where we talk with the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the headlines they're covering and where the story's going next. I'm Sarah Bedford, and I'm here with senior columnist Tim Carney. And Tim, the Iowa caucuses are coming up. You will be in Iowa while they happen. What will you be looking for? Is it margins of victory? Is it who comes in second, third? What are the top lines that you'll be watching for?
So really the most interesting thing will be the people who aren't supporting Trump. Current polls suggest about half of Iowa caucus goers will support Trump. So the other people, are they diehard Ron DeSantis fans? Are they anybody but Trump people? There are probably going to be some independents who like Nikki Haley but really aren't that conservative. And so one of the questions that'll lay out to us sort of the broader general election strength of Trump, or the whether Haley or DeSantis possibly could launch a challenge to Trump for the nomination down the road.
In New Hampshire, which comes shortly after the Iowa caucuses, for Nikki Haley, who has put a lot of chips on New Hampshire, is anything less than an outright victory just sort of spell the end for her?
I think so, because, again, she really does need to win that state. It's one of the few states where a significant number of independents, Democrats, can go over and vote for her, and that's what a large part of her support is those. And so the other question, though, is what happens to Ron DeSantis? He was looking at Iowa. He might finish with 5–10% there. He might finish in third place. He was down polling behind Christie in New Hampshire. And so what's the argument for Ron DeSantis staying in? So I could see Nikki Haley finishing a very close second, declaring herself the only challenger to Trump, and then she and DeSantis keep duking it out.
Speaking of Christie, he dropped out this past week. What does his withdrawal from the race mean for everybody else? Is it too little too late to change the dynamics?
No, so he will still be on the ballot. So some small portion of his, 12% will still vote for him. Some portion will stay home. The majority, I think, will move over to Nikki Haley. He was the anti-Trump. He was the social moderate, social liberal, you could say. If you looked at the polls and the cross-tabs, he was getting liberals. He was getting, in New Hampshire, he's getting liberals, moderates, independents, Democrats. All those people are likely to go to Nikki Haley. So Nikki Haley, she was down 7 to 10 points in New Hampshire polls. If she gets a majority of Christie's support, that's pretty close to a tie. So really, New Hampshire became a lot more competitive once Christie dropped out.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for being here today. You can get more writing from Tim and the rest of the commentary team at washingtonexaminer.com.